Why hello and welcome back to another episode of Revival Uluru games. I must say, so far every battle in the event, or every level in the event has been a battle. And we haven't been getting, any of the cutscene only, no battle stuff. Kinda missed that, because the story went faster, but hey, it is what it is. Inside the suitcase, what?
Desert Flannel's dizziness is in remission. She's already well enough to deal with her business on the fax machine. Will it do harm to her physical condition?
No, wait. We're not gonna talk about whatever happened in the Uluru desert. What do you mean? This is inside the suitcase. Like, I knew there was space in the suitcase. Our lobby, I knew that. I knew that there was this wheel in the middle of the frickin' ocean. You know, the summon screen, we saw that. But rooms like this, I mean, we did see Druvis also, look over bookshelves and all that stuff before she emerged from the suitcase. But a full decorated room, and is that like sun from the outside? I have no idea. Can you power these lamps with electricity? Think about it. Can you power up stuff with electricity? Does she have engines in the suitcase? Or what? I am so confused. Oh no, Burton, your suitcase is stronger than you think it is. Why are we not told this information earlier? Anyways, my apologies. Let's resume. Why don't we?
Miss Desert Flannel is only experiencing a very mild reaction. She can move around freely, and it is recommended for her to do so. Miss Bathadia, on the contrary...
She's not even awake.
No. But her body temperature and her arcanum level are getting stable now. She should wake up any minute.
I'm starting to dislike how much this specific soundtrack is being used every damn time.
Is it because she took part in too many events in the stadium?
That's right. She has to stay in bed for the next 3 days, as well as Ms. Regulus and Mr. Apple. I have asked Miss Bunny to send them the medicine. If everything went well, they should have woken up by now.
Dr. Ezra, I'm back.
The bunny girl pops out from between the crack in the door.
Both Mr. Apple and Miss Regulus are awake now, so I gave them some medicine. But Miss Ulu is still in a coma.
Don't worry. Miss Ulu is different to the other unconscious arcanists. She was weakened by the long sleep, while the other arcanists lost consciousness because of external factors. Look. This is their physiological data in the last 3 hours. Many arcanists have told us that their physical abilities were improved as they entered the stadium. They felt they were in a refreshed state, like they had a good sleep or rested properly. But after they competed in 4 to 6 different games, or the average sporting time exceeded 3.5 hours, they would feel dizzy, as if they had consumed too much alcohol.
And these symptoms were relieved soon after they left the stadium.
Ah, you mean... people are in oblivion because of that stadium? If that place is so dangerous, is it possible to hold the games again?
I think this is why in the past, athletes were only allowed to compete in 3 different sports. As long as we stick with the same rule, the safety of our athletes shouldn't be problematic.
Oh, I got it. So this place is just as safe as the club I work in. As long as we ain't breaking the rules, nothing will happen. Like how the bodyguards and I take care of our club, the rule and special medicine made by Miss Ezra will protect the Uluru Stadium.
Miss?
Oh? What's wrong, Miss Ezra?
Miss Bunny? But you see, I'm not a miss.
Even Bunny sees it the way I see it. Ezra, I'm coming for you just like Neroclitus. Oh man, I shouldn't joke like that. But hey, it's reverse 1999. That part of history may as well not happen again.
Huh?
Bunny slowly tilts her head.
You are funny, Miss Ezra. Please stop teasing me. What else can you be except a lady? A gentleman?
Ezra is indeed a he.
Indeed.
Huh.
The bunny girl's voice starts to sound hesitant.
A he?
Even she! Let's go. I didn't know Spathadia saw Ezra as a woman.
Ah, Miss Spathadia, you're awake. Here, take this water and the nutrition supplement capsule.
No! No!
Your reality has been shattered, huh, Spathadia? Spathadia, hands trembling, pushes away the pills and water.
You're a boy? When did you turn into a boy?
He was always a boy. You know, the mountain, it wasn't discovered on the year 1400. It was always there.
Yes, I'm a boy. I was a boy when I was born, and I have been that way since.
What? Wait. What? Why did you lie to me? Why did you say you were a... Wait. You never said you were a girl.
Wait, Miss Spathadia, please don't grab me so tightly.
Desert flannel?
Hey, yeah, I'm back. What happened?
Let's go.
Our little Spathadia looks completely absent-minded, arms around her knees, and Missy Ezra here is holding her forehead and looks overwhelmed?
Jeez, he is not a missy. He's a buddy.
Buddy Ezra? So what? Boy or girl, is that such a big deal?
Desert flannel waves the papers around and puts them on the table in front of Spathadia.
Nothing is more important than this.
You know, actually, Desert flannel took this like a giga chat. Goddamn.
Dear Miss Verdon, I am glad to hear from you.
No, not that one. That's for Verton. From some guy called Slouch Hat.
She fishes out a page out of the pile in Spathadia's hand and throws it to Verton.
Thank you. He's my contact in Australia. We've been writing letters these days.
So, what am I supposed to look at then? This one? Large-scale event application form. Alice Springs government. This is... that thing!
Yes! We just need to go to the city hall, fill in the form, and submit it. Then we're ready to have our Uluru Games.
What are we waiting for then? Let's hit the road!
She throws back the covers and leaps out of the bed.
No, Miss Spathadia, you haven't fully recovered. You need to rest.
I'm not feeling that bad. Actually, I'm feeling really good. That's right, really good.
The little girl grips the arm of her doctor and gives him a rough shake.
The city hall's not like a no man's land. We're just going there to fill in some forms. They won't hurt me, okay? Okay?
No. This time is different.
The doctor tries to stay solid as a rock amidst the storm of shaking.
This is not like what happened before, Miss Spathadia. I'm your doctor, and I'm responsible for your health. I can't let you leave my side.
Your sight. Your sight. Got it!
Just come with us. Spathadia stopped shaking but began pulling hard instead.
You can come with me. Come on. Time waits for no man. Our summer games are about to start. Wait, what?
The kids disappear at the end of the hallway, their yells and shouts lingering a little longer.
Whoa! Miss Spathadia is surely a good runner. Even faster than the potion-drunk Miss Sotheby.
Why does Bunny sound like she's using a different mic than every other character?
Okay, since the doctor and the patient are both happy, I, the event assistant producer, am also hitting the road. Wait for our good news!
Mm-hmm.
What are these? And this? Look, I know English, but I don't understand any of the things written here. What is Northern Territory Event Security Law? Oh, and what is Type 3 Field Safety Certification? I think I'll just go with C here for event types. That's what looks closest to the Uluru Games since they're both two-word phrases.
Oh no.
Maybe let's just go with that one. I always go with C when I have no idea what I'm reading.
Desert Flannel buries her head in her hands, wailing like Spathadia keeps biting her while Spathadia keeps biting her pencil.
Mass event application, fire escape plan. Miss Bathodia, does the stadium have a fire escape?
Not in Flammy's memory. Let me check Spathadia's. Alright, I have no idea at all. The sports are all that I care about.
Well, I'm just gonna write down an unknown here.
There's no definitive yes or no, just put unknown.
How are you, my grumpy little friend? Finally made up your mind to help?
Ezra opens and shuts his mouth, shaking his head roughly. At ease as he seems, deep down he is like a cat on hot bricks.
No. I have no desire to help a patient who doesn't care about her own health. You are on your own.
City Government Service Center, District B, Window 13 at your service. Thanks for your waiting. Your form will be examined.
Oh, great. She stopped. What happened?
It's not a good look. I've seen that look on Miss Judy's face. She's my math teacher. Whenever she puts on that face,
Yeah.
it means none of your answers are correct.
Uh-huh.
Failure. A sheet of paper stained with ink is returned, and its owners talk to each other walking away from the service window.
You can't fill who knows in the form.
Who knows you can't write that?
Please take this one.
Yes, Miss Desert. I'm sorry. And you are...
Hello. I am Spathadia, the director of the event.
Are they like doing the suit thing where Desert Flannel, has a Spathadia sitting on Desert Flannel's shoulder, and then they're just wearing one large leather jacket or something? Or a trench
This
coat?
counter is way too high. Should have let Desert Flannel talk to you. But she's feeling sick after reading the form. So, I have to do it instead.
I will prepare a stool for you. Please stop jumping.
Another failure. Her form failed, that is true, but at least she gets a stool to step onto. MB. Okay, my imagination has been shattered. I really wish Desert Flannel would just have Spathadia sitting on her shoulders and they do the thing. The comedy genius technique.
Yes, with this stool, I don't have to jump up again and again. Here's the form we revised. Please check it.
All right. You've submitted the Arcanist Gathering Registration Form, the Mass Events Application Form, and the Desert Areas Gathering Application Form.
Listen, I don't know what government this is. I mean, this is the Australian government, honestly, but this ain't the Australian government. You know what I mean? Try this in Australia, you're probably gonna fail. Your agent probably doesn't know what they're doing. And again, in every other part of the world, as far as I'm concerned, dealing with the government, yeah, they never speak articulately, nor do they seem on the point, let's just say.
Your application will be in the approval process very soon.
Gosh,
Lies.
yes. I'd go crazy if I had to fill them in again. I've never experienced such pain. We cried on each other's shoulders several times.
Same for me.
I'm sorry?
It's nothing. But please, take a look here at the second half of the sports game process and events application form. Most of the events of your application have been confirmed, not approved. If you want to add them to the Uluru Games, an independent application for each event's security permissions is required.
How can I get the permission then?
Forms, more forms, and digestible
You need to
forms.
fill in these forms and take live photos for the events you want to apply for.
What a miserable piece of news.
Excuse me? Please, give me the forms.
Another tiny figure jumps up from under the counter.
I'll take care of them. Let the girls leave and rest. Ezra!
All the miserable tears suddenly change into tears of joy. She gives him a bear hug.
Gosh, that's so kind of you. You are the kindest person of all the kind people I know. Thank you, Ezra. I can't promise I'll stay in bed for the next 3 days, but I'll take the medicine in time. No hesitation.
No worries, Spathadia. I've also learned something today.
The little researcher helplessly smiles, his face pale.
That is... It pains me more to see people suffer than to endure my own suffering. I'd prefer to give them a hand. Please, leave the paperwork to me. I can jump to reach the counter.
Stool. Take another stool over there.
Yes. Jumping for too long would cause irreversible damage to my meniscus. Thank you so much.
Behind the glass, the exhausted receptionist finally shows a smile of relief. Oh man, this chapter, it's comedy, let's just say.
The games in Flammy woke me up when I was still a small flame a millennia ago. They made me fanatic and crazy. How amazing, my young friend. I'm just like the present me when I talk to you. What do you mean, the present me? An old flame that has been burning for over 1,000 years. You are smart, and your ideas are fun. I've been paying attention to you when I was still a small flame. Looks like you have a lot of expectations for the Uluru games. Sometimes it feels like you care about the games even more than Flammy does. I do have hopes for it. My wish to revive the games is stronger than Ezra's, and my expectations for it are higher than Spathadia's. After all, we're in a different age now, which means we can achieve much more than a sports game. But to be honest, I'm impressed by Miss Spathadia's energy and passion for all these. She's... Huh? Who are those people by her side?
The little girl excitedly walks on the sand, her hands waving in the air and pointing each part of the space for their usages. Behind her, an engineering team follows.
From here to here. I want to build a neat entrance here. I also need a kiosk and a fridge with drinks.
Okay. Our engineer will bring you the suitable sample materials before tomorrow, 5 p.m. You can make a choice then. And you'll see the architectural drawing tomorrow morning.
Spathadia? Who are they?
Hey, forget who are they. Who's paying? What's the budget? Oh man, the Foundation will never financially recover from this.
They are engineers from Laplace. Our buildings don't meet the government's requirements, so we have to repair them. Esther called them from Alice Springs, and Laplace seems very supportive. They took the fastest ride and got here in less than an hour.
Repair? Will they change the internal structure of this stadium?
Of course not. There's no way I'd let him do that. The Uluru Stadium is not a creation of Arcanists, but a gift from great nature and its noble spirit. All we'll do inside is sweat and let our spirits burn.
Wait,
Squeak.
I think I just heard something.
I heard it too. It's...
The bunyips and those thorny devils. They must have snuck out from the stadium. Darn those tabloids. We're at the center of the storm now. These things just won't let us go. Like some cockroaches attracted to an open jar of jam.
There are scraps of paper sticking to the corner of their mouths. Is that... newspaper? Mayhem. Revival squad of the Uluru Games in City Hall with Bunny Girl? Mental breakdown of receptionist exclusive on Australian Necker?
Yeah, let's go, bunny girls!
Gosh, children! What have you done out there?
Hey, her flames vanished. That's a little funny. Anyways, gotta say, not a fan of cutscene going pretty normally, but last second enemies just
Some interesting work.
casually appear out of nowhere, and yeah, just a IMO though, just a IMO.
Hush.
Handle it gently.
Don't be so furious. Radio waves are everywhere.
Try for free.
Why are we bleeding? Oh, the enemies have a thorn-like effect. I see.
Dare you?
I see how it is. Do we need to double gun? I don't think so.
Take it easy.
I believe in you.
This should be more than enough.
Sempre caro mi su quest'erbo cole.
So, like, how did Seneto and Wait. How did Sinetto and the girl, Bacornbloom, bleed, whereas Eternity didn't? Unless the attacks make you bleed, but it doesn't make sense. Bacornbloom took no damage, as you can see. Huh. That's pretty weird. That is pretty weird. And what is this unique buff? At the end of every round, for every negative status. Okay. Huh.
Which heart is beating so loud?
So like the enemies have a barrier? In a way?
I know the moon, and this is an alien city.
Gun.
Agents have guns. It's
Never
called
mind.
common sense.
Or at least the damage reduction doesn't matter because we're over leveled or something. I don't know. But yeah, again, I'm not a fan of, hey, normal cutscene, nothing bad happens, and then at the end it's just a random battle. It's like, oh, enemies appear out of nowhere. It's like, you know, it's like the FGO formula.
It's called common sense.
Flying handbag for only 3,000 favorite aunties.
And there you go.
Pride goes before the fall. I've been there. You better take it.
Yeah, the FGO formula is basically normal cutscene and then, hey master, brace for enemies incoming, or enemies incoming, your orders, master, you know, that kind of thing. Ezra helped with the application and Spathadia brought the repairman. That's good. Everything is going smoothly. Perhaps we need to find time to talk, just to make sure everything is perfect. Oh, we're in the suitcase. I see. That's a good suggestion, child. You've noticed the power inside Uluru Stadium. It's the fire totem, which burns brighter through understanding and spiritual connection. More communication, this will help us. Okay? Once the companion's journey begins, players will receive special bonuses, but honestly speaking, the bonuses don't matter unless you're clearing hard mode or if you're under-leveled. Building connections with I can't read that. Obtaining during the revival journey provides special bonuses to the fire totem. Okay. Can we build? Huh. I assume the burn isn't needed because we don't have Spathadia. Sure. Let's do damage to enemies, and I think we're gonna leave it at that for now. Let's see what we need to unlock this. Revival Journey, Spathadia 2, and Ezra 3. Let's claim this, I guess. Revival Journey, Spathadia 2, the Nagar Weekend Special. Malicious rumors spread by local newspapers. Oh boy, this is gonna be special indeed. The Nagar Weekend Special. Exclusive expose. Revival Squad and Bunny Girl cause commotion at City Hall. Civil servants suffer mental breakdown due to extreme intimidation. The Uluru games are on the verge of revival, igniting the flame of competition in arcanists everywhere. I'm sure many of you have heard the news already. Perhaps you've been passed by the Revival Squad in the street, led by the precocious female student, and needless to say, everyone is very curious about them. They are, of course, a flame, a 9th grade student, a fungus researcher, and a prominent public figure backed by the entire St. Pavlov Foundation, making for a motley crew fascinating enough to make everyone's heart burst with excitement. Just like the bunny yips, who have been seen lurking in the city's dark alleys recently. Jeez, what's up with my voice? These dissidents of society's dark underbelly have crawled out of the sewers and thrust themselves into the spotlight, and are fast captivating the entire nation's imagination and attention. Following closely behind a bunny girl, a mad scientist, giant brown mushrooms, and pixel emu in Tao, does the Melbourne shuffle by the fireside. Where could you have possibly hoped to see such a scene? In a science fiction movie? At the circus? In the dreams, perhaps? No, this all happened at Alice Springs City Hall. This scene of pure absurdity was also the first impression a bystander who was asked to be referred to here as Miss Kate had of the Revival Squad. We have undertaken all manners of large events and functions, all on behalf of guests with etiquette and a sense of propriety, but they're just too much. Oh my goodness, my upbringing doesn't permit me to repeat the things they did, please understand. The aforementioned chaos wrought by the Revival Squad completely destroyed Miss Kate's day. When recruiting this experience, she choked back tears multiple times and even broke out in incoherent sobs. Let us restart to that glorious event and reflect on what our ancestors had to say about the Uluru games. Do we really need these games, or did someone tell you that you need them to awaken the love for sportsmanship and fair competition lying dormant in your heart? What is the point of them? Selling tickets? Is this just another case of sensationalism gone mad? Go and take a look at the page you just tore out of your calendar this morning. As we stand at the end of the century, who truly wishes to exhume those long dead and decadent traditions once again? Whose pockets are being lined with the money from these tickets that seem to be on sale everywhere you go? Yes, we all have the answers you've been looking for. Reporter Macor. Nagger Weekend Special Edition 136. Australian Nagger, your personal private eye. If this qualifies as a newspaper, I don't know what does. Oh, let's check this out. Ezra 3, Source of Rumors, a colossal and complex task of filling out documents. Let's fill it out. Ah, yes, filling it out means means a battle. That's what it is. Where's the fire totem? Unknown. Fair enough. Gun. It's one wave, so well, we got this. Boom. Boom. Why did the enemy burn? Interesting.
It's alright.
Alrighty.
Take it, handle it gently. Take it easy.
And this should clear it.
A little bit hot here.
Nice. Forms, and more forms. Faced with a barrage of red tape, the perfect human has come up with the perfect set of answers. Complete. A work log for municipal employees. This is for Desert Flannel. Okay, so... she's talking about herself. Okay. When they gave me this civil service job, I never thought I'd end up working with an emu one day. Or perhaps I should say that when I was drowning in those irrigation project application forms, I couldn't finish last month. There are always so many applications that I can't seem to finish. I never thought an emu formed of pixels would be of any use to me. But Plappy really is something else. I'm not even sure if that's its name. I just heard that girl with the ponytail call it that. Ponytail. Is that Spathdia? No, she doesn't have ponytail. Oh, it must be Medicine Pocket then? Okay. It's quite strong and has a strangely trustworthy air about it. So when I noticed it flipping through unapproved forms and trying to help me with them, I didn't think to stop it. To be honest, and I'm not even sure if I'm just imagining this, but I think I can sense an aura of guilt radiating from Plappy. It's like the kind of guilt a mother clad in a polka dot skirt feels after her child's soccer ball smashes through a glass window. The sense of guilt felt by a grandmother wearing a woolen beret after her grandchildren ride their bicycles over a beautiful flower bed. Anyway, I can always count on it to bring me a basket of golden apples appearing at my door, then bowing down all the way to the ground. I know this all seems a little over the top, but whether it's true or my imagination, I have managed to calm down the revival squad formed by those rambunctious children. Oh, that's right, I mustn't forget to return Kate's payback. She left it at my house when she came to the housewarming party earlier. She took her sick leave immediately after and won't be at the office for 2 weeks straight. I saw her today. She looked good and seemed to be preparing for an interview. It's strange. Who would want to interview a civil servant? Maybe I should ask her the next time I see her. Well, that's obviously Macor. Let's play house. A delicious biscuit adorned with snow-like sugar. This half is for you and the other is for me, my friend. I miss you so much. I assume this is Ulu talking to Spathdia. Well, that was a lot of reading. Let me calm down a little bit. Stay hydrated. Yeah, this is the suitcase that I'm used to. Everything is going smoother than expected.
Laplace has forwarded the Uluru Games application to the Foundation, and it has been moving smoothly in the system in the last 2 weeks. I heard that from Mr. Slouch Hat on the phone this morning.
It's been 2 weeks? What? Okay.
They believe it will be a good opportunity to build a positive image for Arcanists, and it will strengthen the communication between them and humans. The Foundation is happy to see that happen.
Then when will we have the result of the application?
The procedure is long and complicated. Besides, the safety reports were only submitted a few days ago, so it will take at least 20 days.
20 days? If we start the construction after that, we'll never make it on the opening day. The engineers said the construction will take at least a month and a half.
That's almost the fastest they can do. Can we postpone it a bit more?
I'm afraid not. I already postponed it until half a month later for the construction. Summer will be over if we wait any longer.
It's okay. We have talked about the construction arrangement.
A map marked with writings is rolled out on the table. Edra draws a new line.
We may start the renovation ourselves and move on to other things when we have more people to help. As I demonstrated here, if we plan it properly, we may be able to finish the construction in a month. By then, we can start the event as Miss Spathadia first planned.
Gosh, I already checked the schedule 100 times. How did you manage to cut down 15 days from nowhere? This is unbelievable.
Spathadia holds the paper level to her nose and has her read.
You're a genius, Ezra. I guess the games would have died on the vine without you.
It's nothing extraordinary compared to what a real human genius can do. Don't forget Arcanists are the pillar of the games.
Let me see. Divide the construction team into 3 groups, one building the entrance, and the other 2 repairing the internal ceiling and walls. The internal ceiling and walls? Ezra, I have never made that request to the construction team. You must be mistaken. We need not repair what's inside the stadium.
I added it to the list. I have investigated the site with some workers from the construction team. The stadium is ancient. The walls are badly weathered and can barely hold up anything. It has become more of a natural scenic spot than a stadium for sports. For safety reasons, we might use a support structure made of alloy to...
No! Definitely no!
Spathadia stands up quickly, overturning the chair.
This is the Uluru Stadium we're talking about, not some office building on the street. I will not let you in. I wouldn't have left the gate open if you told me your plan earlier.
But what about the audience, Miss Spathadia? How are we going to look after their safety? If one of the walls or the ceiling collapses, how can they escape?
Nothing like that has happened before. Not even one case in the past hundreds of years.
Nothing stays the same forever. We have to foresee the danger before it is too late.
They can run away from the danger themselves.
Excuse me.
You already figured it out, right? The stadium can get rid of fatigue from Arcanists and adjust their conditions and arcane abilities to their best. Even if accidents really happened, they can protect themselves. The prophets and diviners will also warn the others. We never needed metal bars above our heads to protect us.
What about the human audiences? They have no superpower, nor super senses. They can't fly a broom or teleport themselves. They can't even get themselves out of a packed room. In your plan, how are you going to ensure their safety?
Humans? What are they doing in the stadium? There has never been a single human in the Uluru Games. None of them have managed to find the entrance, not to mention enter it.
Yo, Spathadia. There's a man who found it himself.
But I am human, Miss Spathadia. You invited me to the games. It's also you who told me that humans, like myself, can enter the Uluru Stadium if it shows itself.
The cup in her hand falls to the table.
I thought you were different.
Let me see. Okay, it's his hand, not her hands.
You
Okay.
showed concern about Arcanists, and you helped us a lot. You're a kind human.
Racism, let's go!
But I'm not special. I'm no greater than any other humans. I don't deserve to be treated differently. I'm just one of the majority, an ordinary human. If I can be accepted by the stadium, so can other humans.
Ezra presses on the map dotted with red marks, dragging that arc he drew towards himself.
Spathadia, Ezra, guys, calm down. This is not the time for a fight.
I don't know why, but whenever Desert Flannel opens her eyes wide, just something feels wrong about the right eye.
This is not the time? When shall we have it then? The world is full of sports games for humans. One after another and another. But this is the only sports game for Arcanists. Why don't you go mind your own games? And haven't humans stolen enough from us? They even made our arcane skills accessible to them. They modified arcane gadgets and added some science stuff, and bang! The arcane tricks I know suddenly become something new. Some invention exclusive for humans' use. And now they're even taking away the Uluru Stadium with metal bars! It was me who found the stadium, and I'm not giving it to anyone!
Not to be outdone, the girl pulls the map to her side.
Taking away? No, I have never thought of taking anything away from you, Miss Spathadia. I was just trying to help. Like most of the Laplace researchers. We spend most of our time in the lab. We read, we study day and night. We weren't doing it to make humans noble. Not for Arcanists. Those products and achievements. They are the fruit of the combination of Arcanum and science. They were made to make everyone's life better.
One side is full of sullen resentment.
Make life better? Get out! You think I never saw the ad of Laplace? Guide Arcanum with science. Tame the orderless power with sense. That's what you tell the people!
The other side seems unwilling and filled with grievance. Spathadia cranes out to Ezra, her face flushed with anger.
Sense will guide sentiments, so as to prevent the latter from destroying itself in the flames. You have to tend to the flames carefully, to understand them, protect them from danger. This is what I've been taught, and this is also the principle I've always acted upon. And this very suitcase that we are staying in is also placed at the entrance made by humans. You shouldn't think so ill of them when you're standing on it.
The rational, delicate boy frowns and grips the pen until his finger whitens.
We were only trying to help. That's all.
Rip, the drawing is torn into pieces, underneath which the table in between seems like the King's Canyon.
I'm out! It's pointless arguing with a rude human who has no respect for Arcanists!
First trotting, then scooting and running, Spathadia storms towards the room at the end of the hallway. Bang! She slams the door and shuts the world out.
Sorry. I will go back to my room now.
Head lowered and murmuring, Ezra runs away from the table as if chased.
It's a nice map.
I expected her to rip it even more, if I'm being honest with you, Chief. I'm not gonna lie, Virgin, you got that drip. The Risk Keeper. She puts the two pieces together, but the crack on the paper still can't be ignored.
It shouldn't be left in halves. What do you think?
I don't like the idea of giving up. And I have never messed up a job once I took it.
Desert Flannel pushes the left half of the map towards the burning flame.
I'll take care of this, and you look after that. What do you say?
Oh, ooh, my ears. Ugh.
Ulu, are you alright?
I'm fine. I just feel a bit dizzy. My head has been feeling heavy since the battle against the bunyips, and sometimes even my body feels itchy. I think I'll be fine after I fully recover.
Ulu shakes her head and picks up the broken map.
Leave this half to me. I'll talk to her.
How are you holding the paper? Why is it not burning?
Thanks, Ulu. I'll request another raise of your accelerants from Laplace. Desert Flannel, you take care of Ezra. I'll follow the progress of the Foundation's examination. Let's move, friends.
The people set out for their targets one after another, leaving only empty chairs in the room. A small figure as black as cinder walks out of one pool of shadow, and then vanishes into the other. Australian behavior. For sure. The Australian Nagar office.
What the heck did you say? What do you mean no other progress? progress of the Uluru Stadium renovation? Who the heck will buy our newspaper for this piece of shit?
His mustache quivers with every angered breath.
Sorry, sir. We haven't been able to find anything new about the revival squad for a long time. They didn't even step out of that suitcase in the last 2 weeks after we got their names in the papers. Neither did we hear anything from the source.
A file filled with papers is thrown into McAwar's
I'm not
face.
hiring a notorious journalist like you for this boring news. Get out and find more. Some big and breaking news like that revival squad of Uluru games in City Hall with Buddy Girl.
The chief editor storms off, leaving his lion roar lingering in the room. Why did I have a sneaking suspicion? I really did, but I guess this cutscene confirms it.
It's you. Good timing.
The tiny bunyip swiftly crawls up McAwar's leg and winds around his finger. Seconds later, it turns into a spot of ink.
The Uluru Games, on the edge of total disruption. The revival squad turn against each other. I knew it. A group of monkeys. This is fun. The chief editor and that chick will both enjoy this.
His body keeps trembling until he can't help but let out uncontrollable laughter. Okay. To be continued. Skip, boom, fire ignored. Let's go. What do we need to unlock this revival journey? Ezra 4 and Spathadia 3. Huh. Nothing can be done about this. You have completed the torch relay. The light of the flames illuminates the class reception hall. Okay, let's claim that. And I guess send another expedition. Disperse them. Never mind, this is just a battle. Okay. I'm a little stupid here, but I guess we might as well do this mandatory stuff so that we can speed up the pace of the next episode. Yeah, comments so far. I do like the conflict between Spathadia and Ezra. I do, but
How dare you?
Again, in terms of antagonists in this story, it really is just McAwar, and
I believe in you.
I'm not sure, honestly.
Radio waves are everywhere.
I don't think McAwar is a worthy antagonist, you know? Or not even antagonist, like a troublemaker, or it's just something of that nature. I don't know, I can't voice my thoughts out. It's like I'm a little underwhelmed with how conflict is happening. But don't get me wrong, I really do love the emotional toil between Ezra and Spathadia. That's real dialogue, and I like that. Page of research notes on milk white mushrooms. Am I really gonna read this? Name, white milk mushroom. It's introduced in the guidebook, states that it's also known as the spicy milk mushroom. Is it really that spicy? I don't think I want to find out. Discovery, this mushroom was discovered at the foot of the... Okay. External appearance, we don't care. Tissue sample. I cut off a small piece, and when observing it under a microscope, could see that the pelleus was tender and the curved hyphae were thick and wavy on annular. The structure is very similar to other milk caps, with differences mainly reflecting in color and mycelium morphology. Function, edibility. Being a wild mushroom, it can be eaten raw or used as a cooking ingredient. Even after being sliced, its milk white juice retains its inherently spicy flavor, stimulating the appearance and thus making it suitable for use as a seasoning. I'll take good care of it, whether for research or as an emergency food reserve, should the need rise. Medical value. White milk mushroom extract boasts anti-inflammatory and antioxidant pharmacological properties. It's I can't read. It's saccharides, I don't know, and peptide components are used in anti-inflammatory drugs, and their inhibitory effect on tumor cells are also used in adjuvant therapy for malignant tumors. White milk mushrooms can enhance the body's immune system and enhance athletic performance. Does this mean arcanists can use it as a nutritional supplement? I'll make a note of this. I need to gather more data. Already doing more than the guy who tricked Miss Tooth Fairy. Anyways, environmental indication, I don't care. Thank you very much. Let's move on to the next one. Laplace Clinic. People in silver uniforms spray kangaroo-like foam. The bane of all flames. Fortunately, this flame is not alone, and her companions protect her completely. Well, at least 2 characters with healing capabilities. Miss Apple, La Source. Yeah, saves us by 4 hours. Let's see, does adding more healers even fix this? That means we need to add DK Sotheby. No, it doesn't further decrease it. Well, DK, take a rest. We're sending Matilda Boanish on this one. Alright, with that done, we might as well move to Desert Flannel. Revival Journey, Desert Flannel 2. A chance encounter between Plappy and a bunyip in the suitcase. What the hell? What? I mean, pause if you want to read that. I ain't reading that. That was so random. Let's see. What are we missing? Spathodia's Journey. Australian Journal of Biological Behavior. A researcher report from a biology journal. Australian Journal of Biological Behavior, a study on the effect of changes in water temperature on the bunyip's lie detection mechanism. Experimental samples. 1. 12 adult bunyips numbered YP01 to YP12, each approximately 10 feet long, divided into 2 groups, A and B, with 6 in each group, with a balanced gender ratio. 3 human volunteers numbered V1, V2, and V3. 2 large enclosed aquarium capable of accommodating a total of 12 bunyips. 3 color picture cards placed in a sealed, unlit box detecting apples, bananas, and pears respectively. Method: place the 12 bunyips from groups A and B into their corresponding aquariums while ensuring freshwater quality and oxygen quantity are consistent. Ensure that group A water temperature is set to 14 degrees centigrade and the group B is set to 32 degrees centigrade. Direct V1 to enter the room and select one of the picture cards from the sealed box at random without showing it to the 2 groups of bunyips. V1 then describes the selected fruit on the picture cards to the group of bunyips. This description can be true or false to avoid the personal traits of individual volunteers affecting the results. The voice of the volunteers must be altered and the volume unified. Record the psychological responses of the 2 groups of bunyips, including dorsal fin vibration frequency, heart rate changes, and body temperature. Replace the volunteer and repeat steps 2 and 4. Determine the authenticity of the content described by volunteers via hidden camera recordings. Compare the differences in physiological responses to the true and false statements between the 2 groups of bunyips. One moment, I need to drink water, goddamn. Alright, let's proceed. Results. When volunteers provided authentic descriptions, both groups of bunyips remained calm. When volunteers provided false descriptions, dorsal fin vibration frequency and heart rate in both groups of bunyips increased significantly. Both groups of bunyips could sensitively distinguish between the behavior of humans when lying and when telling the truth through physiological responses, and the higher the water temperature, the more sensitive the bunyips became. Conclusion and prospective optimizations. The individual YP07 and Aquarium B show significant physiological deviation in its responses. Throughout retrospective analysis, we found that regardless of whether the description provided by the volunteers was false or not, YP07 was more likely to believe that the picture cards were drawn depicted bananas. Whether this is because the individual concerned prefers bananas or because the high water temperature affected YP07's judgment in a way that made YP07 more willing to believe that the fruit on the card was a tropical nature has yet to be determined. Follow-up research will expand and optimize the current experimental setup based on these 2 assumptions in order to study the correlation between them. So basically, believe what you want to believe, and because these bunyips are, you know, Makuwer's power at this point, they're ink and rumors spreading and all that stuff in between, it seems like Makuwer will believe whatever he wants to believe as well. Anyways, enough talking. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode. Goodbye.